Hi everybody, it's Brookie with Nightbird Tarot. Welcome to a magical rock and talk today. I realized I haven't done a magical walk and talk in over a month. My hair is wet. I'm keeping it real, y'all. And I was like, I haven't done one in over a month. Oh my goodness. So here I am. It's about 50 degrees outside and it's gotten colder here in West Virginia. When I woke up this morning, it was 37. So it is cold, y'all. And I was thinking, where can I take you today? And I'll take you here in my bedroom. And it's almost 2 weeks until Halloween. Today's a new moon in Libra. And I just wanted to sit and rock and talk and see how everybody's doing. I hope you guys are enjoying October, getting ready for Halloween, Samhain or Samhain, however you want to pronounce it, the traditional Wiccan Sabbats coming up. And so here we are. So I was looking through some things today. I'm trying to get all my Halloween stuff out. And I found this book. When my daughter was much younger, I used to read with her every night. And one of the few books that I love to read with her with is this one. If anybody recognizes this, Room on the Broom. Room on the Broom is a classic children's Halloween book, and it's just adorable. And I found this today. I was like, "Aw, Room on the Broom." So I'm going to break that out, and I might read it with her tonight. She's only 10, but you know, sometimes she acts like she's 20, so I'm going to break that out. Room on the Broom. And a book that I'm reading that I used to have a long time ago, and I lost it, is Practical Magic by Alice Hoffman. The book itself, it's been so long since I read it. We have the movie, but the book itself's very different than the movie. And if you've never read Practical Magic, check it out, because there's, of course, you know, when books are turned into movies, they change a lot of things around. And this one in particular is very different in a lot of ways than the movie. I won't give anything away if you've never read it. And then another one that I've had on my shelf that I got at a thrift shop years ago that I'm hesitant to read because it might freak me out is Pet Sematary by Stephen King. I'm a huge Stephen King fan. We just saw and went and just saw It, the remake of It, which was very, very gory and terrifying if you haven't seen that movie. But Pet Sematary is an old favorite, which maybe I'll read that at Christmas time. Anyway, I am enjoying Practical Magic for now. And I wanted to show you guys a book that I've had since 2001. I can't remember where I found this. And I have used some of the meditations and visualizations from this book. And I think I spoke about this a few years ago, is Tarot Spells by Janina Renee. And this is a really cool book, especially for tarot readers or if you're interested in the tarot. It has a lot of cool spells that you can do, tarot spells. And since today is the new moon, I don't think she has one in particular for the new moon, but she does have things in terms of setting forces in motion, because the new moon essentially is a great time to start new projects, start new things, new jobs, etc. And I'm going to go to page 17. To set things in action or to get set forces in motion. And the layout, she puts the layout of the picture of how to lay out the cards and perform the spell. And she has particular cards that you draw. So she uses the Ace of Wands for the active principle to set things in motion, the Chariot for forces which are in motion and under control, and the Eight of Wands, which shows movement toward a goal. And she said you can use accessories for this spell, such as a red candle, red flowers, reddish crystals, which I have, red cloth on which to lay the cards. The ritual can be formed at any time, but it's most appropriately for first thing in the morning, especially on a day, she says, that you feel is a good day for new action or new beginnings. And it's pretty cool. So she has a basic ritual spell on how to lay the cards down and what to visualize, etc., and then has an affirmation after it. So I might do that for today, and I'm going to bookmark that. So I may do that for today because I'm off for my real jobby job. And another thing, and it's so, we get pretty busy in our lives with so many things, and we kind of get taken away from magical things. And I try to incorporate a little bit of magic each day. If I come home from a long day, I'll light a candle, I'll make myself a cup of hot tea, and I'll try to set a time to pull a tarot card for myself or to read. Anything such as simple as anything simple as that. Now, we all know about The Secret, the book The Secret that came out. Gosh, when did that book come out? Around 2000, maybe earlier than that, by Rhonda Byrne. It was a huge success. And The Secret, I do like the concept from The Secret. It was a bit too commercial for me. But around that time, my aunt sent me this book. And it's an old book that came out originally. This was published in 1954. So The Secret, there were other books before The Secret. This is called TNT, The Power Within You. I've talked about this book before, by Claude Bristol and Harold Sherman. This book it got wet somehow, so the pages are kind of stiff. But essentially, this is exactly like The Secret in many ways. I've read many things from this book, and you can find this on Amazon. Probably that's the easiest place, or eBay. But it's very much about law of attraction and talking about how to create mind pictures, visualization, which we call it now, and how amazing evidence of thought transference, and what you need to know about extrasensory perception, which is ESP, which people still talk about ESP? So anyway, on page 72, and I even marked it, I always do that, mark a passage. Picture whatever you desire as though it has already been achieved in mind. See yourself having something, being something, or doing something as an accomplished fact, as if it's already happened, as if it's real. Don't try to picture the steps that it takes to get there. Your conscious mind is so limited in its operation, limited by your 5 physical senses, that it cannot know what is the best move for you to make or the best direction to take. But your subconscious mind, that something, and that's in quotes, that something within, is not limited by time or space. It can function on all levels and all directions at once, and put you in touch with all manner of opportunities and people that you do not even know of consciously as of yet. Very, very true. So, for instance, when we moved into the house that we're in currently, um, my boyfriend and I were speaking about what we wanted. And I said, all I want is a view. I want a window in my kitchen because where we were living, I didn't have a window in the kitchen where I washed dishes and looking out was just a wall. I want a window in my kitchen. And I said, I want to stand there and wash the dishes and look out and not see anybody. I just want to see trees or fields or cows or whatnot. And he says, I really want a deep freezer. And I'm like, why do you want a deep freezer? Okay. And so we were speaking about all these things I want, or he wanted. And I'm like, we have to have a washer and dryer again, because we did. We were renting. And I was like, we need a washer and dryer. I'm not going to the laundromat, blah, blah, blah. And so we spoke about all these things that we wanted. I want bedrooms for all of us because our girls were sharing a bedroom at the time. And, you know, I want this, 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 and I want a walk-in closet because I had been sharing a closet with my daughter for years. So anyway, so we found that. We found all of that. He got his deep freezer. I got my walk-in closet. I got the kitchen with the window to look out, and I got to see nothing but trees. And you speak it out, and then you kind of forget about it. And that's the power of the subconscious. And I think as tarot readers or psychics or spiritual healers or shamans or root workers or whatever you do is very much generated by your subconscious, and it's something that is limitless in a lot of ways. Another good book that was given to me by a family friend, this might have been 4 or 5 years ago, is Pam Grout, E Squared, 9 do-it-yourself energy experiments that prove your thoughts create your reality. And I have tried some things from this book, and they have worked. It was on the New York Times bestseller list, and this originally came out in 2013. So that's a great book as well. And I think this is published by Hay House. Yeah, it's published by Hay House. So anyway, if you're interested in that type of law of attraction or thinking, check out these two books. You can get them both on Amazon. And one of my Halloween favorites this time of year, back in the day, I was a huge Silver Ravenwolf fan when she came out with a lot of her books on witchcraft and Wicca and angel magic. And one of the best Halloween books is Spells, Halloween, recipes, customs, Silver Ravenwolf. This is a really cool book. I think I got this on Amazon. A friend of mine had it a long time ago, but there's just a really, this is just a fun, cool book. You can pull things from here and do things. She has recipes, Healing Love Pumpkin, cookie recipes. Then she even has like All Souls Day bread, Samhain serving blessing. She has things on water divination, werewolves, the earliest beginnings of Halloween, where it comes from, and it's just a really cool book. So check that out. But anyway, I wanted to come on. I have allergies right now, so every time I go outside, I sneeze. And I don't know what's going on. Like in the springtime, I did a little bit, but for some reason this autumn, this fall, I've been super sneezy. So I don't know what's really happening with that. But I wanted to come on, do a little magical rock and talk, and just say hi, y'all, to everybody, and see how everybody's doing. And I love October. October is one of my favorite months. The weather gets cooler here, and the leaves start to change. I want to take you guys out on a day so you can see the change of the leaves. And it's just a very kind of spooky, there's a spookiness in the air, but there's also kind of like this electric, magical feeling in the air. It's getting darker earlier, and I just love this time of year. Start to wear sweaters and hats and boots, and put away your summer clothes. And every year I get excited because I'm like, oh, I forgot I had that. So I just love October. But anyway, there's been a couple of weird things that have been happening for me lately, that I've noticed that, when I talk about these things with certain people in my world, they kind of look at me like, really? What? But, and I don't know if it comes from being a tarot reader or being intuitive, but I'm starting to pick up on things very quickly when I walk into a place. And for instance, this was a few weeks ago. I was somewhere and I picked up on this energy, and I can't really describe it. It's not like a voice speaks to me. It's just kind of like this feeling or this whisper. And something said to me, someone has lost a boy, someone has lost a son. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, what? And I'm talking to this person. I'm like, it's not coming from this person, but I'm picking up on someone has lost a son. Like the energy was very strong. Someone lost a little boy that had passed. And then the next day I met someone in the same building, and we were talking, and they said that they had a little boy that passed. And I stopped what I was doing and I was like, okay, that's what it is. Of course, I didn't say anything because I don't want to come across as, freaking anybody out. But I picked up on it very quickly. I picked up on it very strongly. And, we watch these shows like Hollywood Medium or Long Island Medium. What's the one that I really like a lot? The younger girl with the dark brown hair. Oh, I can't remember. I like her a lot. But I think as tarot readers, you progress into different areas sometimes. And I've noticed that I have picked up on, um, or been very empathic towards mediumship type qualities that I've picked up on as the years have progressed, as I've done this type of work. And it's very subtle and it's not all the time, but it's something that I can't quite describe, and it's something that I can't quite talk about to other people, so I'm sharing it with you. And I'm not trying to brag about anything like I have superpowers. It's just this weird, uh, it's like this weird entrance into a different style or different type of thing that I'm doing or learning about or realizing that I have these capabilities about as well. So I can't really describe that. But anyway, going back to the house that we live in, it's been very quiet lately. However, a few weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago, I was sitting outside and everybody was gone. And I had a rare moment where I was sitting outside by myself. And I'm sitting there and I must have been staring at the sky. And I had a cat with me, of course, because we have all these cats. And something said my name. And it was like a childlike voice in it. And, when I come on YouTube, I always say, hi, it's Brookie. Well, no one in my life calls me Brookie except a couple of people when they see me, but that's very rare. And something went, Brookie, like that on my left side. It went, Brookie. And I'm sitting there and I looked, and I'm looking around. My kids don't call me Brookie. It's like, okay. And that day I had been doing tarot readings on YouTube. And I said, hi, everybody, it's Brookie, or I'll say it's Brooke, whatever. So that was a kind of a weird thing. And I mentioned it to a couple of people, and it's not something, and I've noticed that energy before that's been with me for the last, that I've noticed for the last 3 or 4 years. This childlike fairy kind of spirit that's with me. It could be my spirit guide, it could be just a spirit that follows me, but it's kind of a childlike, fairy like energy. And it will be silly with me. And then maybe about a week later, I was in our living room and I was asleep on the couch, and it was early in the morning, and I heard a voice make a noise, very childlike, and it went brrr, down the hallway, and I'm thinking, what in the world? And our kids were both asleep, and I'm thinking, okay. And we've noticed at times that our doorknob will jiggle, and one of the kids heard it jiggling the other morning, and it woke him up to our back door because it's kind of a loose doorknob. It needs to be tightened, but it'll jiggle. And just like there feels like there's a childlike presence in this house. And I also felt that childlike presence with me where I used to live. So I can't really describe it. Did it follow me here? I don't know. But it's something that I can't really describe. But so these weird little things, so it's not scaring me. I accept it. We've accepted what's going on here. And I think they've accepted us. But it's just kind of strange. So I wanted to share that with you guys because it was just kind of so odd. But anyway, I was playing back a couple of my videos yesterday that I did for the mid-monthlies, and sometimes the camera will capture things that you can't hear or see while you're doing spiritual readings. And I saw in one, I can't remember whose, I think it was Pisces. It might have been dust, but there was some kind of weird white light behind me. At some point in the video, you can go back and watch Pisces bin month. There's some sort of weird white light that flashed behind me. I don't know. I'm the first to debunk things, so that was kind of odd as well. But anywho, it's October. It's October. So anyway, check out those books. I'm going to try some new moon things today. I might put them on my Instagram. Check out my social media, Instagram, Facebook. On my Facebook, Nightbird Tarot, I do a lot of times every week I'll do free mini tarot readings, or, pick a number card, stuff like that. And I always update things on that page. So I wanted to come on and do a little magical walk and talk, or it's magical rock and talk this time, and say hi because it's been so long, and just see how everybody's doing. And the next video will be out and about in West Virginia somewhere, so you can see the turning of the leaves, which they've really started to turn now in a lot of places. So anywho, take care, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. And please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. I'll be back with a more active magical walk and talk. So I hope you enjoyed this magical rock and talk. So take care, everybody, and I'll speak to you soon.